Jones. An obsession, a burning desire, the undeniable passion or love for someone or something. Yes, he was a victim of a basketball Jones. Welcome to Tremendous Opinions Podcast, episode 49. We're almost at the half-century mark, and I thank each and every one of you who have ever clicked on a video or listened to my subpar podcast. I've seen a lot of growth in the past few months, and it's freaking awesome. Cool to see. So thank each and every one of you. If you don't like listening to NBA playoff basketball talk, especially, I'm out of breath from dancing to that freaking Basketball Jones. Gosh. Between the Oculus and dancing like a moron for the intros, your boy might just have a heart attack. Okay. If you don't like listening to morons on subpar podcasts talk about NBA playoff basketball opinions, I suggest fast forwarding to probably about the half mark of this video, or listening wherever you're doing. Probably about halfway. I'll be talking about NBA for a little bit. I have it live playing on the back drop. The Warriors are playing the Grizzlies right now, game 6 at the Warriors, and I expect the Warriors to win this one. No jamma. Really, I wanted to start off talking NBA stuff though with the Bucks and Celtics, and really it's been a while since I even talked NBA and got in depth on this type of stuff. I vary from podcast to podcast. Sometimes I have a theme, sometimes I don't, and I just banter and rant about this, that, and the other. But this one, at least for the first half, I'm going to talk NBA basketball, and I haven't watched as many games live as I usually do. Especially the past few years, I've been pretty big on NBA playoffs. And, I've been watching tonight, and I wanted to start off talking with the Bucks and the Celtics. The Celtics just beat the Bucks tonight, and I'm impressed with Tatum. He had 46 tonight and kept the Celtics alive pretty much single-handedly, but I truly believe that the Bucks are going to pull this one out. I believe in the Mom and Pops franchise. And I've said this before, I'm super happy for that organization, what they've been able to accomplish. Happy for them. I'm not a Bucks fan. One of my buddies from back in the day is. He had some freaking fire, like Milwaukee Bucks sweaters from like a thrift store. Absolutely fire. Like from when Ray Allen played and stuff like this. But anywho, I believe the Bucks are going to advance past the Celtics in a Game 7. Let's just stay in the East. So, like I said, I expect the Bucks to make it. And to round out the Eastern Conference would be the Heat. They already advanced past Philly. The Heat, they're the first team to advance in the playoffs, but there's some dysfunction in their organization. I don't know if it's a Jimmy Butler thing. I don't. Who am I? Again, I'm a moron with a subpar podcast, but in my belief, I don't think that Eric Spoelstra, the head coach of the Heat, is very good at running an organization like that. I know he's not the GM, but managing those personalities, I don't know. It seems like they're just very dysfunctional in Miami, even though they did beat the Sixers. But the Sixers, what are they doing? I mean, how did they lose that series with Harden and Embiid? I understand there were some nagging injuries, but still, now what's the process now? Is there still a process in Philly? If I'm Philly, it breaks my heart because I've seen organizations with multiple superstars that are trying to liquidate and gain as many assets as they can for their star players. I've seen those franchises fail at doing that, and they just go right down the tubes. But as far as what's next for Philly, man, I say go all in and try to make some moves in this offseason because, I mean, first things first, I would see what Harden is going to do and then go from there. But as far as Joel Embiid retiring a 76er, I don't think that's going to be a possibility. And you could keep saying maybe next year, maybe next year, maybe next year until he's freaking 48 years old. But you got to move on, Philly. Sorry to bust your bubble. But, yeah, Moses Malone is gone. He's done. And he's not coming back. So, move on. And, yeah, Joel Embiid, I say cash out and get what you can for him. That's what I'm saying, Philly. No process anymore. I do have love for Doc Rivers, though. But he has a history of dysfunction now. This playoffs meant a lot of things for a lot of people. And some of those important storylines are still going, like Chris Paul. We'll get into that here in a minute. So that's it for the East. I mean, Philly's done. What's up with them? A big question mark going forward. And I feel weird, honestly, because normally, like my past 10 podcasts have been silly and a silly goose time, just me being a freaking idiot. But I haven't cracked a joke. I guess the dance video, whatever. Yeah, that works. Whatever. I gave you a disclaimer at the start. If you don't like NBA stuff, fast forward it. On to the West Coast. Like I said, I'm watching the Warriors and Grizz right now. It's really hard to bet against the Warriors, especially when Clay's back and everyone's healthy. Everybody but Wiseman. And I said this a while back, like 2 years ago. The Warriors need to pick LaMelo Ball. If they had LaMelo Ball, they had the chance to draft LaMelo and passed it up. If LaMelo Ball was out there right now with the Splash Brothers and Jordan Poole too, oh, dude, that's just another level. They're back where they were when KD was at Golden State if they had LaMelo. Just unstoppable force. But anywho, that's neither here nor there. Warriors versus Grizz, no jaw. Desmond Bain. I wanted to talk about Desmond Bain. If you're just a casual NBA fan, you might not know Desmond Bain. He's a second-year guy. And he's just a built, like, small forward type that causes a lot of problems. That every time I've watched on the defensive end, he's an issue for somebody. He's, I think he's going to be in the future probably like a all-defensive team. Desmond Bain, just admirable role-playing skills from Desmond Bain. And with no jaw, he'll have to step up, and I think he can, but not quite enough to take on a veteran Warriors team by himself. But I do like Desmond Bain, very admirable young player going forward. A few others that I wanted to mention. Lugens Dort for the Thunder. Very similar type of archetype of a player. He's relatively unknown around the league as far as casual fans are concerned, but what this guy has to offer going forward, he's a young guy and very built and defensive minded, which is cool to me. I know that in the NBA, defense doesn't necessarily win championships. The only defensive championships I can remember are the Detroit Pistons with Ben Wallace and Rasheed and big shot Chauncey Billups. But defensive-minded players, these young guys, I could really dig it. If you want to flip-flop it, though, on the offensive end, young, admirable players, obviously LaMelo, but I'm a big fan and believer of Tyrese Halliburton, the guy that the Kings just gave for Ugats. They didn't really get nothing for him. They get Tristan Thompson or something. Maybe it was to clear cap space or something going forward, or I don't know why they got rid of Tyrese Halliburton so young, but Halliburton's with the Pacers now, and that guy's going to ball out next season. I'm going to pick him up for my NBA fantasy league, hopefully. But Tyrese Halliburton probably going to be like most improved player next year because he's going to be able to get a big percentage of shots up for Indiana. That was a long rant about freaking nothing. All right, staying in the West, or I guess this is the only matchup left. Mavs against the Suns. And I know the Suns have been on a hot streak these past couple of years. I guess it all started off at the bubble in Disney World. The Suns have been really stepping it up as an organization. They were the laughing stock of the league about 4 or 5 years ago. And now they're top 3-4 team in the league. But with Chris Paul hurting his hand, they're starting to slow down a little bit and not scoring 140, 150 points like they have been the past couple of years. So I honestly believe that Luka and the Mavs are going to finish off the Suns. And it's not like the front office guys are just like sweating about game plans and, getting their guys pumped up and ready to go. The Phoenix Suns, I saw this on IG the other day. The Phoenix Suns put something like stand for Britney Griner on the court. Dude, all right. I had clicked on the comments. I couldn't not click on the comments, and they were hilarious. All mind blown like me. All right. If Britney Griner was, I don't know, taken captive by like a group of Somalian pirates, and she was just trying to tell people about Jesus. Let's say she was being a missionary in the Uganda or whatever, wherever Somalian pirates are. She was in Somalia. How about that? Whatever, dude. Stupid scenario. And she gets taken by them. Okay, then stand for Britney. Got to get her back. Got to get her out of there. Let me tell you this. I wasn't there, but from what I saw, the issue with Britney Griner is she got caught taking drugs into a Russian airport. Okay? And they're making a thing like stand up. Stand up for Britney. Oh, dadgummit, dude. Of all the things you want to take drugs into Russia, all of Russia is on drugs. Okay, that's just the stupidest thing to even begin with. I think Russia invented drugs, didn't they? I don't know. You want to dude, may as well try to bring a machete into the Vatican. You want to bring drugs into the freaking Russian airport. And then the Suns want to stand up for you, dude. Dude, the Mavericks are going to walk in there and drop them off, bro. Oh, Yeah, that sticker's going to be on that court for one game. Whatever, dude. I don't have any ill will towards Britney Griner. She gave me a lot of entertainment. I used to actually watch women's basketball because of Britney Griner. She had like 4 dunks a game. She was solid. Scary, too. God bless her. Hope she gets home safe. I just thought it was a stupid concept. Back to basketball. East Coast, or East Conference and West Conference finals. The NBA announced that they're going to have 2 separate MVP awards. Just like the finals MVP, they're going to have conference finals MVPs. Which, I mean, in today's day and age, it kind of works out. Everyone gets a trophy. But I thought it was cool how they named them the West Coast Conference Finals MVP. That's a freaking mouthful. But once you get to like 30 different trophies, they're going to have a million names, only so many names. It's going to be for the West Coast, the Magic Johnson Award, and for the East Coast, Larry Bird Award, keeping them alive. Not bad. Not a bad move, NBA. I dig it. Oh, NBA talk is freaking boring. I can go who I think is going to... All right, I'll just quickly do it. I think the Warriors are going to make it out of the West. The Bucks are going to make it out of the East. And the Warriors are going to win this year. I've had that thought for since the season started because everyone was just forgetting about them, thinking about the Nets and James Harden and Kyrie's vaccine. Dude, it's all a fugazi. The Warriors are the best team on the planet, and even if someone else wins, the Warriors are still the best team on the planet. That's just, they got the best of them that night. I don't care what happens. The Golden State Warriors are the best basketball team on this earth. I'm 30 years old. All right, done with basketball. In other news, we got a puppy. My sister got a puppy. So Corey, Ace Ventura, got like 15 pets. One of his dogs, my buddy, his dog Teddy had a pile of puppies, and we got one of them. Livy got one of them. But the kicker, Livy's going to college in like 2 months and can't take the dog. So I don't know. It's pretty much everyone's dog, but I'm going to look at it as my dog too because he's cool and I'm already attached to him. And he took a nap on me the other day, and we're just big buds. He's a cool dude. He's a little golden doodle or golden poodle. I don't know, dude. Who knows? He's cool. That's what he is. He's my friend, and him's a himbowie. Him's a bubbly bowie. He likes running through the flowers, and he looks like a little teddy bear, like his dad. That's why his name is Teddy, his dad. But our puppy's name is Bogey. I call him Boogie Boy, Booger Board, whatever. How do you say it? Boogie Board? Him's a boogie. Him's a bubbly booger. All right, I'm an idiot, dude. I'm getting tired. Coffee time. Oh, okay. What do we got? Oh, God. All right. So, this isn't quite to the level of the ranch people at Herrero's. This isn't just a disgustoid of the earth. This guy, it seemed like he wasn't all air. Like, he lost a couple marbles along the way, but he's like a father of 4. He drives responsibly. He's a good guy. If you ever seen cartoons in the 90s, you seen the Wild Thornberrys. He looked like Nigel Thornberry. Nigel Thornberry. He's a good guy, But this was at Sheetz. I was making my coffee the other day, and the coffee maker is right next to the order counter. Like, order up, number, whatever your number is. So, I'm sitting there, my coffee's coming out into the cup, and I'm just sitting there, and it takes a minute. And they say, order number whoop-de-whoop. And Buddy has his shirt tucked in. I'm telling you, he looks like Nigel Thornberry. And he got like the safari pockets on his shorts. And like for all his little gadgets and gizmos. Looks like a Boy Scout leader or something. With his little tube socks. I don't even know where you buy those tube socks. It's pulled all the way up. It's like he had shin splints or something. So his order gets called and he walks up to the counter and it's like a brown paper bag and you can see the grease seeping through the bag. The guy stands there. It's a small little counter. Stands there, opens up the bag with his little freaking creepy fingers. Starts shuffling through the fries, sits there and eats like 4 waffle fries. Just to test them out. I don't know what's going through this guy's mind. He's just like blank staring into the counter and slowly eating these, like tests 4 of them. And then didn't blink. He's just staring into the counter slowly. I think he may have just killed his family. I don't know what happened with this guy. He's just staring slowly, putting waffle fries in his mouth at the counter. And I'm not the only one. There's like probably 3 or 4 people just looking at this guy. And we keep on looking at each other and looking right back at the guy. And he slowly puts the last one in, reaches back down, slowly crinkles the bag back up. And he like snapped out of it. He remembered he was in a gas station. He went, looked around, and just rocketed out of there. Dude, I was so freaking fired up watching him slowly eat the waffle fries in public. Dude, what you should do is there should be an audible noise. How quick you grab the bag. It should go. You say, thank you. And he had Air Monarchs on. That's another detail. Dude, there should be smoke coming off of those Air Monarchs. He tied them tight enough. He gets some good traction in those things. Just about face and 40-yard dash back into that creepy van and eat your waffle fries on your own dime, because people like me will just have a freaking meltdown in my internal monologue to myself watching you in your Nigel Thornberry outfit test the waffle fries in front of the people. That's it. Moving on. I'm sorry for making fun of people. It's just... And it's not like I'm better than the guy. I'm equally moronic as the Nigel guy with the safari pockets and the waffle fries. He's if you ever seen Napoleon Dynamite, he's probably doing that, dude. He looked creepy. He's probably putting stale cold waffle fries in one of those safari pockets and saving them for later. Napoleon, give me some of your tots. Who am I to talk about the safari guy? I am equally moronic. I went to Barnes & Noble today, picked up a few vinyl records, and actually I got a couple of these on the internet, but one of them at Barnes & Noble. And, she wasn't a Victoria's Secret model, but there was a young girl, cute girl at the thing, and it wasn't like I was going to give her a phone number or freaking ask her, what's your name? What are you doing later? How you doing? It's nothing like that, but it just shook me. I don't know what it was, dude. I'm a freaking idiot. I can't talk. I'm dyslexic now for whatever reason. Dude, she just gives me my receipt. And I don't know, whatever. She said thank you. I said thank you, whatever. I said I was trying to decide between have a nice one and have a nice day. I at first I bought have a nice one, but that's just not something you say to a lady. Have a nice one. Have a nice one, huh? That's like condescending tone. Have a nice one. That's, it doesn't work. It doesn't sound too good. So, last minute, I tried to save it and turn it into day because I couldn't make my mind up. And it came out, have a nice way, is what I said, looking right in her face. And she processed it and just looked at me like I'm a subpar podcast host with a freaking moronic dyslexic ability. That's my superpower, being a freaking dyslexic loser. And she knows it just with one sentence. Have a nice way. And I looked like I knew I messed up. And the look she gave was like, don't even bother making it right because who cares? I don't care. It doesn't make a difference. Just look at your feet and walk out to your car. Get in your motor vehicle and leave. And that's what I did. I said, have a nice way. And just looked at my feet and left. So, I can't get onto the waffle fry guy. I'm stupid too. I do my dumb things from time to time. Have a nice way. What a freaking idiot. Okay. Going into Barnes & Noble, I was holding the door and I saw a dude walking behind me and held the door for the guy. And I'm sure whoever's watching this, I'm sure you've dealt with the same situation where maybe I just inspect things too much. I don't know. I'm observant, I guess. I don't know. But many people just say, appreciate it. Hold a door or whatever for somebody, appreciate it. To me, every single person, I don't care who it is, bro, if you just say appreciate it, here's what you do. You get in your car, get on your GPS, type in Home Depot, drive to the nearest Home Depot, walk up and down the aisles till you see a shelf that's pretty clear. Clear out some space, old dusty shelf. Make sure it's a nice dusty one. Clear off some space and crawl onto the shelf because you're a tool bag. That's where you belong. On a dusty shelf in Home Depot, because if you say appreciate it, you're a tool bag. Appreciate it. Speaking of being a tool bag, I'm 30 years old and I bought sports cards today. So, closing out the pod, I'll open these two little dinky things of sports cards. Dude, it freaking sucks to be me. 30 years old, getting shunned out of Barnes & Noble by the freaking hot clerk, and I look like a freaking moron. I was in a hot sweat by the time I got to my car because of my inner monologue with myself. I convinced myself I was the biggest loser in the world by the time I got to my car. Oh no, Steven Adams is hurt. God bless, I hope Steven Adams is okay, but it just showed him limping into the locker room, and that's what I looked like, limping to my truck from Barnes & Noble earlier. Okay, anywho. I'm about to open some sports cards to close the pod, but before I go, I want to give you an update on Brady. He is actually showing what happened to Steven Adams. Looked like he got folded up like a pretzel underneath the basket somehow. But Anywho, speaking of Brady, that's not speaking of Brady. We are now speaking of Brady. Big boy is going to be going to Chicago. I think he actually went today. Who knows? But he's at the elite camp for, I believe, the 16th and 17th is when they go hot. I don't know if they're going to stream it, put it on ESPN Plus. I don't know. Who knows? But have the boy in your thoughts and prayers. He'll be competing against some of the top players eligible in the NBA draft. So I fully expect him to freaking drop bombs. Don't sleep on Brady Manic, baby. Fanjoy merch still available. And the boy's cameo was lit. He said he had like a million Tar Heel fans on his thing getting a video for Mother's Day and what have you. But anywho, I'm half watching basketball, half closing a pod. Get it together over here. That's why you freaking can't talk to the girl at freaking Barnes & Noble, because you freaking suck at everything. All right. Later this month, I think I'm going down to Georgia to celebrate a couple of my buddies, Whopper and AK. They're both turning probably 30. I don't know. We're about the same age. They don't look as old as me because I look like a freaking wet cigarette. I could still beat them in basketball. Well, not AK. AK could probably drop me off. But Whopper stands no chance. He knows it. But possibly a podcast in Georgia when I go see the boys. We're going to try to go catch a Braves game. And Whopper drinks whiskey and starts fights. So he'll probably get tossed into the bushes. And I'll have to freaking go bond him out of jail or something. But we'll make some content out of it. We'll get something going. And please be on the lookout for Vinyl Soul Searching. Honestly, man, I do love doing these podcasts, but I'm a nervous wreck. I sweat bullets. I don't know what I'm doing. I barely have anything worth talking about. And the other half of this subpar project that I have going on is something I call Vinyl Soul Searching. It's just on the listening apps on Apple Podcast and Spotify, and I pretty much just DJ, and sometimes I sing along and sound terrible, but it's fun to me. It's the funnest thing that I do. I just, like I said earlier, I got a few new vinyls. I got Kids See Ghosts by Kanye and Kid Cudi. I have this Tool album, which I like Tool a lot. They got a lot of good musicians in their band. And Black Sabbath, Master of Reality. I found this today, and I'm super pumped about that. Into the Void is on this, and I'm going to rock that super heavy on the next Vinyl Soul Searching. And it's number 23, the 23rd episode of that DJing set that I do. So I'm definitely going to go GOAT status for that one. So please be on the lookout. I ramble way too much to close a podcast. Let's see what's in these these are football cards. See? Dyslexic loser. Thank you for watching episode 49. We're hitting the half-century mark. No chick that works at any Barnes & Noble in the world would ever bat an eyelash at me. Vinyl Soul Searching, episode 23, coming probably start of the week, Monday or Tuesday. Keep your eyes peeled. Thank you, seriously, for clicking on the pod. Have a good weekend, baby. Okay, everybody. Honestly, I'm not expecting a lot out of these contenders, football. It's just something I found on my way out of Barnes & Noble. Honestly, truly went there for vinyl and left with sports cards because I'm a 30-year-old loser. There we go. Marcus May, Chase Young. I hate how they do this. Henry Ruggs. Is that the one that's in jail? I don't know. Khalil Mack. Von Miller. JJ. Amari Cooper. Justin Herbert. Okay. Dak. Roethlisberger. Wow. MVP Mahomes action. Mahomes cheese. I like Jerry Rice. Okay. Gronk. Gronk is a big Bowie. Hims is a big Bowie. And Jonathan Taylor. Alright. Not bad. I just like opening sports cards. Okay. Let's see what we got. Oh, God. Okay. Hopkins. I dig it. Tua. I'm never going to change, but from time to time, actually all the time, it sucks being a Dolphins fan. Derrick Henry, him's a big boy. Ooh. Marshall Faulk. Nice. Who is that? Andrew Whitworth. Clinton Portis. Justin Fields, Rookie of the Year. That's pretty cool. Okay. Michael Carter, my boy. Okay. Jalen Watkins. Matthew Stafford. Okay. Travis Etienne. Discount double check. Andre Johnson. That's the best fight in NFL history. Andre Johnson against whatever his name was. The guy they beat the crap out of. Finnegan or whatever. Andre Johnson. Chris Carson. Ugh. Lamar. Not bad. Darren Waller. And Tommy. Him's a big belly. Alright. That's a good way to round it off. Little Tommy. Alright. Again, thank you guys for watching. Hope you have a good weekend. Vinyl Soul Searching, episode 23, coming up soon.